One time I was in my room alone, and a voice spake forth from the ether and asked me, "Is the Lord of the Rings actually that good? Like, I don't get the hype. Like, I'm sure they're good, but are they like that good? Like, people hype them up and I don't see what's to be so hyped up about." So, it is visually gorgeous. It has iconic characters who are memorable, who go through intense struggles and journeys, who make you care about them. You have to struggle with their inner demons whilst in a pitched battle against the forces of a dark evil that seeks to subjugate and control. It is a story about hope. It is a story about little acts of good that small everyday people do to keep the darkness at bay. It is a story about corruption and the nature of evil. It is unsurpassed in the fantasy genre in terms of telling a live action story. Man, I love these movies. They're adapted from my favorite novel of all time, a novel which I love for telling a vast and rich story in a vibrant, imaginative, real world. A world that, whilst mythological, feels real, feels ancient. It has a sense of depth and history that I have not seen another author really capture. And this story is painstakingly translated into an epic 3-movie Hollywood blockbuster, which on its own merits is excellent. It perhaps lacks a little bit compared to the book, or at least it changes the nature of some of the thematic material or the feeling, but I think that it is faithful enough, and certainly more faithful than a vast majority of adaptations. And if you watch any of the behind the scenes, it is clear that an absurd level of care and love for the source material was poured into these movies to create a masterful work of art and storytelling. So if any doubt remains, watch like 20 minutes of the first movie, and if you don't like it, I will have to call the police and have you committed to an insane asylum. The one exception to this rule is people who are obsessed with the book to the point that any deviation they consider heretical, and I think those people are a little silly, but I respect it. I love the books as well, but a good story is a good story, and even though the movies make changes from the books, many of which are very logical changes in translating between formats, I do understand why some people would very much dislike changes to the story when the story from the book is pretty much as close to perfect as any story I've read, especially a story that vast and long. J.R.R. Tolkien said that he wanted to write a story that could capture the attention of the reader for a long time, and I think that it is extremely obvious that he succeeded hugely, and Peter Jackson's attempt to translate that to the screen, I think, was also a huge success. And The Hobbit, read the book and burn the movies, or watch like a good edit that combines them into something resembling the book, but still like, but yeah, no, I love The Lord of the Rings, man. Go watch it.